There's a rare photo of Arnold floating around the internet with an interesting claim.
Arnold and his classmate,
both 18 years old. A lot of people poked fun at this photo, calling it a real-life version of the Chad vs. Virgin meme. My personal favorite was the teens in Netflix movies versus teens in real life. Obviously, Arnold isn't 18 here. A quick Google search and we get this photo of Arnold. A side by side and we see the facial features and physique are not the same. This Arnold is clearly older. These Arnolds are closer to the one in the photo. The left is Arnold at 21 and the right is Arnold at 28. It gets more difficult to pinpoint the age because Arnold more or less looked like this from 21 to 28. Focusing on the roommate who is also 18 and the claim becomes less believable. Skeptics in the comment section speculated that his roommate was anywhere from 12 to 16 years old. This got me wondering, what other inconsistencies can we find? Well, there's a red, black and white text exit sign in the background. If Arnold was 18 here, that would mean he was still in Austria. An English exit sign in Austria in 1965 seems unlikely. At least that's what this commenter said. The exit sign is in English. He lived in Austria until he was 21. Another commenter explained that exit was an internationally recognized English word, so it's possible to find such a sign in Austria. The word exit is used in other countries too. However, another commenter explained this was false, especially considering the time. There's hardly any exit sign in Austria nowadays, and most certainly weren't around in the late 70s, early 80s. It's either a green pictogram or just Ausgang. Fun fact, the European Union, Japan, South Korea, and China use green and white exit signs. Countries like Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and most European countries use a pictogram exit sign. The only country that uses an exit sign like the one in the photo is America. The previous commenter ended the comment with something that was echoed in the comment section. This picture is fake. This commenter was likely referring to the claim made by the photo, but this wasn't the only reason some considered it fake. If we focus on the right of Arnold's towel, just below his abs, something interesting happens to the photo.
The right side of the towel starts to stick out.
Something about the way it folds doesn't seem natural. Why does the towel look photoshopped? The following comment explained, the towel it's photoshopped on with his hand clipped under it. It gets worse when you focus your attention on the left side of the towel. Arnold's midsection unnaturally bends into the towel, and the towel doesn't crease or fold as expected. Commenters were convinced that the towel was photoshopped in, and honestly, I think so too. What do you think? If the towel was photoshopped in, what else could have been altered or inserted into this photo? Are we even looking at a photo of Arnold? For all we know, the face and the physique could have been altered or inserted. Considering the skills showcased in the towel edit, I can say Arnold's face and physique weren't photoshopped in. If they were, it was definitely not done by the same person who inserted the towel. I asked myself, is there any way we could definitely prove this image is fake? A quick Google search on the topic provides forums and articles where all the earlier points are repeated. This gave me an idea. If we could pinpoint the origin of the photo, maybe we could find some answers there. So I reverse searched the image in Google. Google immediately identified Arnold and provided a list of articles and blogs that discussed this photo. Something caught my eye, the Find the Image Source button. I didn't know this was something Google provided. When you click it, Google provides a surprisingly short list of results. Digging through this list, the oldest source for this photo was in a 2013 Polish forum. Members of the forum were sharing rare photos of Arnold in his bodybuilding days. On page 13, one of the moderators uploaded several photos of Arnold. One of those photos happened to be the one in question. I checked to see if anyone acknowledged the photo and found this conversation between two members. This is a photo with this kid. I guess he took a picture with him at the wrong time. These comments sound off because they were translated from Polish, but I assume user GMST asked about the photo with the boy, and dude explained it might have been taken by an excited fan at the wrong time. Maybe a fan of Arnold snuck backstage after a show to take a picture with him. That would make a lot of sense seeing that Arnold is visibly annoyed in the photo. But these are just speculation. Is there anything definitive we can get from here? A time? A place? Anything? Unfortunately, these were the only comments addressing the image. After taking another look at the photo, I noticed something. The image in the forum didn't have a text above or a watermark. I realized there were three distinct versions of this photo I had encountered so far. The original photo, a cropped version with a watermark, and a cropped version with some type of caption. At some point, someone found the original photo, cropped and reposted it with the caption, and someone else cropped that and reposted it elsewhere. Maybe if we find where this claim was first made, all our questions will be answered. I went over the list again to find the second oldest source of the image. I found a Russian forum where a user posted this photo with the watermark and the exact same caption in the title. The post is also accompanied by a screenshot of an interaction that relates to the photo. I downloaded the interaction and had Google translate it to English. Smacks of lies, Victor says. Victor is actually in the photo of Arnie with his father, Yuri says. Yuri with his stepfather, Anton says. Most of the comments under the post poked fun of the absurdity of the caption. Only one comment reiterated much of what we've been discussing earlier in this video. Going over the list of results once more, I noticed most were from late 2022. All of it were just a variation of the 3 versions we talked about. While working on the script for this video, I realized I never looked into the watermark. Reverse image searching just the watermark leads you to this Facebook page, which leads you to the original watermarked post. Not sure why this wasn't my initial results in Google. I mean, the post racked up 300 reactions, 17,000 comments, and 20,000 shares. Anyway, parsing through the comments and you get more or less what we've discussed throughout this video. I checked YouTube if anyone covered this post and found this Spanish short. Again, pretty much all we've discussed here, but one comment stood out to me. He is 23 years old when this photo was taken at 1970 NABA Mr. Universe backstage in England.
I tried reaching out to the commenter to figure out how they knew this, but in the meantime, I looked into the 1917 NABA Mr. Universe. Arnold won the 1970 Mr. Universe title. The prejudging was carried out in the ballroom of the Royal Hotel, and the main event was in the Victoria Palace Theatre. Unfortunately, these buildings have undergone several renovations, so it's difficult to determine what it looked like at the time or where this photo was taken. At this point, there were no other leads I could follow. However, I did come to my own conclusion about this photo. Arnold and the kid are not 18 years old. The caption was most likely added by a fan. The photo is also photoshopped, and there isn't a version that isn't on the internet. I haven't gotten a response from the commenter, but once I do, I'll update the pinned comment in this comment section. Like and subscribe so you can keep up with the update. And if you know anything about this photo, feel free to put it in the comment section. Maybe we can solve this mystery together.